and welcome. I'm Timotab, and today I'm going to solve 8 quads by Belamis. If you'd like to try this puzzle for yourself, it'll be the first link in the description. Let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we're going to place the digits 1 to 8. 1 to 9 even, once each, every row, every column, and in every 3x3 box. Quadruples. Every digit in a circle has to be assigned to one of the surrounding cells. So these 4 digits are going to be 2, 7, 8, and 9 in some order, and 4 and 8 will appear in 2 of those 4 cells. Digits may not repeat in any 3x3 area centered on an 8, or smaller than 3x3 if on an edge or corner. So what that is saying is that if that is an 8, then that has to be a set of 9 different digits. And if this is an 8, then those digits also have to be without repeat. Okay, I am going to restart the puzzle to reset the timer, and let's begin. Okay, we have a 7 and 9 in there. Therefore, the 7 and 9 that go around this quad must be those 2, because they can't repeat in the box. And that makes these 2 and 8. Okay. So these are from 1, 2, 3, and 8. Okay, this digit is either a 2 or an 8. Let us consider if it's an 8. Then that means that those digits would form an extra region, but one of those with 3 will be a 2, and this will be a 2, and I'm not allowed to have an extra repeat, so that is not an 8. So let's uncolour that. That's a 2, that's an 8, and now I have an extra region like that, and I cannot repeat digits, so those can't be 7 and 9. That makes that a 7-9 pair. That's very nice break-in. That can't be an 8 or a 2. So that's an 8, and now I have another region that I can't have repeats in. So let's give that a colour. So where do 7 and 9 go in yellow? Can't go in any of those. Clearly can't go in those, so that's a 7-9 pair. And now in this box, I need an 8, and it can only go there because these are 1, 2, 5, and 6. That's an 8. That gives me another non-repeating region. Okay. So now I have an 8 in one of those 2, and an 8 in one of those 2. That's 1, 7, 8, and 9. In fact, that is not 7 or 9, and that is not 1 or 8. I've got an 8 in one of those 4, along with a 2. Now, I'm not going to mark it because I can't usefully mark it across the box just yet. However, with an 8 in one of those 4 and an 8 there, that's all of the 8s that I would expect to see in these 2 columns. So that can't be an 8, and nor can that. So that's an 8. This does not give me a useful extra region. I'm not going to bother colouring it because they have to be unique anyway because they're in the same box, but this one does. So I'm going to give that another color, mark that 8. Okay, that I think is pretty clever, if I've understood right. Okay, this digit here. Where does this digit go in this box? The answer is I don't know exactly, but I do know it's not in one of those two. And I know it's not in one of those two because that's a 7-9 pair, and I know it's not in that one because of this 7-9 pair. So this digit, which I'm going to mark in dark green, goes in one of those two. Now, if we know that one of these two is an 8, if this is an 8, then this is my new region which can't have repeats. So if this is an 8, then this cannot be the green digit. But if this is the 8, this cell here, then neither of those can be the green digit. So actually, that tells us that this is our new region. I'm going to remove the green, because that one can't be green. That one's the green one. That is 7 or 9. We'll resolve it later. And let's clear that up. Okay, that was nice. And then this is the 8. So that's a 1. Okay, so the other... All right, there, that's the two 7 or 9s, right. So I need an 8 that goes here by Sudoku in this box. And so this becomes a region. This has a 7 in it in one of these 3 cells. So that can't be a 7. So that's a 9. That's a 7. Okay. This has a 1 in it, which is one of those two, because it can't be that one because of this one. 8 in this box is in one of those two. And in this box is one of those two. This is not going to give me a useful extra region for whichever cell that is. Okay. So this could be that. Is there any reason it can't be that? I don't see one at the moment. So, let us then carry on. So, 7 goes in one of those 3, but I've got a 7 in green already, so one of those 2 is 7. Let's think. One of those is 4. One of those 3 is a 5. Okay, where does this digit go in this box? It can't go anywhere in yellow, and it can't go here. So this digit is either here or here. How does that help? Not sure quite how to mark that just yet. Okay, where does 2 go in this box? That's probably a better question. 2 can't go in any of those. It can't repeat in yellow, so it goes in one of those 2. If it goes in one of those 2, it doesn't repeat in green. And now it is in one of those 2. Sorry, not green, in red. It doesn't repeat in red. That's the word I was looking for. So now it's in one of those 2, which places it in one of these 2. Don't really want to mark that across the box. Can I resolve this 8? Can that be another region? I don't see an obvious reason why not just yet. All right. That digit is going to be the same as that digit. That is not a 1, because we already have a 1-3 pair. In fact, these 3 digits are 5, 6, and 4. That's what I needed. That's 4, 5, 6. That makes that a 1 by Sudoku. That is now not 5 or 6, so that is 2. That makes that 2. That's a 5, 6 pair in the column. This must be a 3. That resolves this 1 and 3. Alright, the remaining digits in the column are 1, 4, and 9. And that's not a 1. Oh, and those aren't 9, so that's 1, 4, and that's 9. This is a 4, 5, or 6, but it's not a 5 because we have a 5 there in green. So that means that one of those two is a 5 and that one isn't. And in fact, that's not a 4 either, that's a 6. And then that's a 6, so I can put a 6 in blue. This must be the 5 that goes in blue. Those are not 6, they are 4, 5, so that's a 6. These three digits are 3, 4, and 7. And that one's not 7. Let's remove the corner marks. Right, that's not a 7 because 7 is in one of those three. In fact, now that that's an 8, I can put in 1, 5, and 7. That's not a 1 or a 7, that's the 5. So this is 3, 4, and nope, in the green, 3, 4, and 2 is what I need. This 7, 9 is looking down here, making that a 1, making that a 7. That's now 9, 7, and 9. These two digits are 1 and 4 by the row, but I've already got a 1 in pink. So that's 4 and 1. This is that's not a 6, so 6 in that box goes there, so that's a 2, 3, or 4. These three digits in pink are 2, 3, and 5. Okay, that gives me a 7, which must go there, and a 9, nope, for the box. I need a 6 for the box, there we go. 6 goes there. Okay, that is not a 4 by Sudoku. 6 does not go in any of those by Sudoku, but I need a 6 in orange. So 6 goes in one of those two. I need a 6 in one of those two by Sudoku. And that gives me a 6 in one of those two, a 6 in one of those two. So I need a 6 in one of those two. Okay. Can that be a region? Do I know yet? Not sure that I know yet. Then let us continue. I do know that these are definitely distinct digits. Because it's either, yeah, I will mark it now actually. I either get that, or I also get that. So I can't repeat in the definite teal, and I possibly can't repeat there. So this is from 2, 3, 4, and 5. By the column, but one of those two is a 5. That places a 5 in one of those three. Okay, I need a 1 in orange. The only places I can get a 1 in orange are those three, but that gives me a 4, 6, 1 triple. That one's not the 4, that one's not a 6. I can remove corner marks. I now need a 9 in one of those. That means that with that 9 there and one of those two 9s, that is not a 9, that is a 7. That's a 9. And now I have a 7 in one of those two. Okay, I have a 9 in one of those two. I have a 1 in one of those two. And I know I have a 1 in one of those three. That consumes all the 1s for those two rows. So that is not a 1, that's a 4. That's a 1. That looks back, and that makes that not a 4. So that's the 4. Now that looks back with the 1, 6 pair, making that not the 1, and that's the 1. This is very, very nice. That 7 in this row can't go here or here, so that's the 7. That's the 9. That places my 9 here. This digit now is 5. And in here I need 2, 3, and 4. Well, those aren't 4, so that's a 4. That's a 2, 3 pair, which I don't think is resolved just yet, but I can place a 5 exactly there. That removes the 5 from those two because of the orange, so that 2, 3 makes that a 4. That's 5, that's 4. That gives me a 2, 3 pair here, that's a 5. So that those two are not 5, and that's a 5. I don't yet know whether teal is 2 rows or 3. But if that's 5, then 6 in the row must go here, which resolves my 1 and 6. 1 in this box now goes exactly here. These three digits are 7, 2, and 3. And that one's not a 7. That is a 2, 3, or 7. These digits are 2, 3, and 4. This is not a 4 by Sudoku, so these two digits by the column are an 8, 9 pair. These two digits by the column are a 6, 4 pair. That removes 4 from here. Okay, that 2, 3 is in green, so that can't be a 3, that's a 4. That is not 4. That's 2, 3. That makes this an 8, 4 pair. All right. Okay, I can't get a 6. No, I've got a 6. I've got 1. Okay, if this is 8, then that's a 2, 3 pair. Is there something I am not quite seeing? Okay, that's not a 2. Let me just double check my known boxes or extra regions. That one looks good. That one looks good. That one looks good. That doesn't have any repeats. That's not going to have any repeats because either way. So it's got to be something to do with this. Okay, come on. You can do it. Ah, there we go. That 2 tells me I need a 2 here. Now, that is not a 2, and that makes this a 2 by regular Sudoku. That's what I was missing, and now I've got 2 2s in teal, unless that is not actually teal. So that's the extent of teal. That places the 8 there. That's the 9. That's a 9. That's 3. That is the 7. That's very nice. This is just going to resolve now. 6 and 4. That is the 3 and the 7. 3 and 5. 6 and 5. This 3 looks up to give 2, 3, 2, 3. Get a 3 there, a 2 there, a 2 there, a 7 there, and a 3 there. That is a really beautiful puzzle with some excellent logic about the extra regions centered on the 8s. Yeah, I really like that. Thank you very much, Belamis, for creating it. If you liked this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see some more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.